y'all a little bit, but what really stands out to you about this squad?
Well, they got a really unique style, right? First of all, I think they've created a way to play, a pace, a spread the floor, play a lot of guards, play a lot of quick action things, and that's, you know, at both ends. You know, they'll pick you up and they'll do both sides of the ball, and it obviously led them to a fantastic season last year. And they play a lot of people, right, as well, and going through the kind of long regular season that can if they could keep it up, and a lot of teams couldn't, right, when they face them. So they got a lot of good players and a style that's really unique.
Rick has a couple times since Friday night he's referred to your team as he expects a desperate team. To what degree do you concur with where you guys are at right now?
Well, I think our guys want to play a lot better. We have not played well, right? Really out of rhythm, out of sync. Not enough effort. Haven't made shots. I think we've lived in that a little bit. So I think I'm hoping we play with some more urgency and effort, and hopefully the ball go in a little bit, and that'll make everybody feel a little bit better to play a little bit better. Yeah.
Nick, we talked about Kyle a little bit yesterday,
Yep.
And you've been with him longer than just about any coach he's had. At his age, what's the one thing that surprises you the most that he can still do at that age, at 38?
I don't know. I guess I don't really think about him being in his 19th year, that he's that old. He still does a lot of the similar things. I mean, he's not being able to carry the type of minute load that we used to do. None of us can, right? None of us can do that same. But he still kind of has that same, makes plays. He'll take charges. He'll grab rebounds. He'll set screens. He'll run the team. He'll knock down the shots. I don't know which one of them surprises me though. He just kind of seems the same to me. But just in a little smaller doses.
Yeah. But even what you say with the minute load, is it one of those things that you're like, okay, we're reducing your minutes?
Yeah.
But is he like fighting back? Like,
no, I think we when we got him last year, we planned on it, right? Mm-hmm. And then we obviously had all those injuries, and he ends up playing way too many minutes, right? But we didn't really have a choice. A little bit now, he's starting here a couple games in a row, and he's planning on using him as a 18 to 22 minute backup point guard probably, but this isn't where we are right now.
A lot of talk in the offseason about physicality and maybe less fouls being called. I know it's small sample size, but what do you attribute your ability to get to the free throw line in this first week to week 2?
Yeah, maybe it's because we're committing so many fouls too, and we're just calling the style of the game is being dictated by all the fouls we're committing. I don't really know. I think that it seemed game opening night seemed pretty physical. The other night did not. The other night was, I don't really know. I think that was a record for free throws, wasn't it, in the game? Yeah, we set the game back, both teams, about 30 years the other night. The way that game unfolded, so be better today, hopefully. But I think it's there, to an extent. The physicality's there, yeah.
And then you obviously worked with Pascal throughout the early months of his career. I mean, first of all, what was it like just to see him grow up, to be around him, to see the player he became? Obviously, he's had to spend a lot of time in the G League to become an All-NBA caliber player. Just how do you make it happen, basically, and how do you kind of see the fit where he's at now?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was super determined, right? He was super determined and super hardworking, and he took this kind of road and never batted an eye. Like he was starting as a rookie, right? Mm-hmm. And then he was in the G League not that much longer later, and totally welcomed it. Like no attitude, nothing. Really a good, it was a good feeling thing that he felt good that he was doing it. Doesn't always feel good for these guys that go down, right? Like,
Sure.
And then we had a little time, and I just again remember, like, he really got to work on improving himself skill-wise, like some fairly major changes, like restructuring the way he shot the ball, and then just like, went to work on it and double work on it, like see him a couple months later, and he's like, whoa, how did you do that? Well, I'm doing what coaches said, doing it twice, doing it in the morning, doing it at night, doing it again, and he could just put the time into it. So from that standpoint, it was great. I think, again, he always could play both ends. He could run, but then he really just developed a skill. Obviously was a major contributor in that championship run as kind of a third guy, third and a half, whatever. Some nights it was him, some nights it was Fred, some nights it was Serge or whatever. But he gave us opportunities then when they were absolutely trying to shut out Kawhi. We were able to get things to him, and he was doing it easy. So that was a big leap for him to do it in such a important situation and high stakes situation.
Yeah.
A few more guys.
I was going to say, what was the restructure of the shot? I know we probably talked about this at length somewhere else, but I mean, what did he do?
Well, I think, again, I keep forgetting this kind of stuff, but I think he went something like 3 for 18 in college, or 3 for 12 in college from the three.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't
So
a
he
great
was
number out of that.
he was a really good around the basket cutter. I say slithers. He gets around, slithers his body out, and finishes all. So that's kind of what he was. He kind of had a little bit of a left side of his body motion, and it just moved and changed everything, and almost like going back to 6th grade or something. Basic fundamentals, and he just was able to do that. It's not easy to do. Like, not many people do it, and he was able to do that, and again get the 10,000 hours in fast, right? He was able to do it and work at it and get it done, and obviously he's I don't know what he shoots now, 35, 37, 30. He's had all kinds of seasons that are very, very good in this league, especially at his size.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.